good. Been working with a brother. We build a kitchen,
Mm.
so it's fun. It's fun to make something happen. Jacob is
It's great.
here.
Jacob's
Oh,
here
I'm
with
here.
Gina.
Gina.
What is up?
It's so good to
All
see you
cats and
both. How are
dogs.
you?
Yeah.
We're fine. How are you?
Very, very
Good.
grateful.
Gina gave the cat away.
Yeah. No more cat. Only dogs.
Yeah, the dog she loves, but not the cat.
Who do you give it away?
Yeah, we gave it to a friend, but his cat didn't want it instead. They were fighting, so we're gonna take it back. Now Gina says it's the universe who wants us to keep the cat.
Yep.
Yeah,
How is Stockholm doing?
it's nice. It's cold though.
Yeah, cold sunny day.
Yeah,
Sunny, right?
Yeah,
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Starting to get cold in Canada as well.
it is.
Yeah.
Soon we can go
Yeah.
ski.
In Lithuania as well. It's been raining the whole day. So
No,
the
no.
autumn is it's very active.
Mm. Mm.
Winter is coming.
Indeed.
Mm.
But for us, it's still spring.
What do you mean?
Like Tony says.
It's always spring, or?
Yeah. It's very nice. Yeah. We're gonna try to find a new store for our company where we need like an office, but it's hard to find the right size. And we need to make rooms for everything.
Mm.
I'm thinking more like, yeah, we can fit it. And Gina is like, no, are you crazy? I mean, yeah, we can
What-
do several. Yeah.
What kind of size do you need? And is it in city or?
Like 100 square meter.
No more. I think 150.
Gina wants bigger. The best would be to
And you-
find. Yeah. So
And you're gonna open the clinic, or what's gonna be there? 150
Yeah.
square meters.
yeah, we're gonna move the clinic to there. We're gonna have it in the office instead. We don't need like a storefront really. We can just have office building instead.
Mm.
That's way cheaper as well. I mean, we pay double the rent. So we pay as much of like 100 square meters and we are at 50. It's crazy.
And does it have to be central, or it like outside of city, or?
I would prefer Sundbyberg because we live there. Then we can just walk to the work. That would be amazing. It's really good communication as well.
Is the Sundbyberg is next to towards Kista, or no?
No, not
No,
really.
but she says
Sollentuna.
Sollentuna is okay. It's pretty far away though. Yeah, like in Sweden, like some suburbs have a really like bad name to it, right? So we gotta stay in the good ones.
Mm.
Yeah, like Södertälje. It's not a good
Yeah,
one.
like Rinkeby,
Mm.
Tensta.
Mm.
Yeah. Because then people wouldn't like, yeah, they really look at the name, I think.
And what do you do in the clinic? I can't. I don't know if I heard it, but I don't remember.
We treat incontinence, so we work with women care.
Mm.
That's what we do. So we really have these really good
Explain
machines.
more. I think.
Yeah, so after like women give birth, it's very common.
Thank you, Gina.
Yeah, it's very common when women get with the age they start to have your like urinary leakage,
Mm.
and it's really annoying when
Mm.
they cough, when they need to pee. It's like it's already too late.
Mm.
So we
Mm.
build up the pelvis muscles again, so they can, yeah, live like more
Control.
normal. Yeah, and
Yeah.
the good part and the bad part is that it's really like annoying problem to have. So it's really a burning problem that we're working with, and that's amazing because it's really easy to acquire customers. And yeah, we have really good effect. We refund everyone who it doesn't help, so it's pretty amazing.
Have you guys
So you
connected with Avnish yet? Or has that been any support at all?
No, not really. I've been a little bit in contact with Inder. I'm gonna write to her again. She didn't answer me. It was his staff, but yeah, he hasn't. It's been hard to reach, really.
Mm.
Mm.
I will try for you again.
Yeah, sure. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. I think, yeah, that would like definitely be a push. But I feel like everything we do, like it, it's so perfectly anyway. Like we get universe with us. And right now we're banned on Facebook and Google, but I don't care. Now we just start dialing leads, and we got really great bookings today, and it was amazing because now we realize we need to start dialing leads more because we're like leaving some on the table, right? So we gotta
Remember
set up a team for that.
remember what we talked about a couple weeks ago?
Tell me, like,
About Facebook and paid marketing, and then I
yes,
talked about, and then remember we talked about organic and the value that it creates,
yeah,
relation.
yeah, I
Yeah.
really agree with that. We do have invested in a marketing or like organic content team,
Mm.
but yeah, it takes some time to build. But yeah, organic is real good
Yeah.
when you get it to like up and running, right?
It's relationships. That's really what it is. It's building
Yeah,
relationships.
yeah.
Mm.
I love paid too because you can scale it so fast, though.
Yeah, but you can do both. You
Yeah,
can have
yeah, definitely.
paid and you can have.
Yeah,
I think organic is more important because it's like you're building
brand.
your branding, like
It's
uh,
goodwill, right? So
yeah.
people, there's power in mission, and
Mhm.
when you have goodwill in the marketplace, people take you to a whole new level of standard and responsibility.
Mm.
Even if half of the people in the market don't understand you or not paying attention to you, the ones that do, the ones that do pay attention, or the ones that do understand you, and the ones that do even observe and listen and take the time, changes uh changes the nature of your own confidence, because you stop listening to people's limitations and you just focus on the need of fulfilling your mission. And for myself, this has been a challenge for many years, where people said, "Oh, he doesn't understand. Oh, he's all about the money. Oh, he doesn't care. Oh, he's crazy. Oh," there's been so many projections, but people don't understand what I do behind the scenes. They don't understand the commitment that I have. They don't understand the choices that I've made. So really, it doesn't matter what they say. And as a result, your actions in the relationships of the depth of the people that you're actually building with, they are what becomes evident, and they are what becomes the goodwill. And that word of mouth is so much more profound than the people that just point and judge and don't really understand because they think they know, but they actually don't have a fucking clue because they haven't even taken the time to build a relationship with you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. Like, yeah, I'm a really big believer that you can convert goodwill into money as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Because
But
most people look at me and they judge. Most people, they just judge, right? They don't take the time to come close and get to know me, which is fine.
Yeah.
It also helps me keep the people that, that aren't supposed to be around me away from me, which is cool. So the ones that have the are courageous enough to get to know me, then are the ones that usually we rise all together as a team.
yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think also that's what these calls do, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do
Somehow,
you Oh, sorry.
sorry, go for it, go.
No, you can go ahead.
I'm just curious about your business, and somehow like I wanna know more details about the machines, the size, the how complex is the procedure, and how fast. Because and why is this? Because I feel, and that's pure judgment without knowing anything about, right? Like I feel like there is opportunity, like somehow to make it like a booth, like to put in a shopping centers, for example, and make the procedure much more accessible for wider audience of people, with the same problem, if it's not complex. Because I don't know, it's just like pure.
Yeah, you're right. I think, yeah, so we haven't tried the shopping center version, but so one treatment it's 30 minutes and we do 8 treatments in total. But here's the thing, I think the treatments are like you need to do 8 of them to actually get help, and just one you can't feel any different really. So it's not like you go on and doing a facial treatment and you see, oh, my skin is glowing. It's not really like that. But yeah, it might work. We haven't really tried it. We do have a really good position in a store, but like over these 3 months we've been there, no customers has just come through the door. Every customer comes from Facebook and Instagram for us.
So do you think women are aware about the possibility?
No, I think it's very few who knows it, and that's why.
Exactly.
Yeah, and yeah, that's I like they are problem aware. They're not really solution aware.
Amazing.
So yeah, so what we really do with our ads is what we target the problem aware, and we invite them for a free treatment, even if they don't know what it is. We walk them through it, and we sign up a lot of them because we take most of the risks, so they don't have like not really that much risk on them. And yeah, I think it's working really well because it's a big problem.
I like
mean,
this.
yeah, like most of the companies you see everywhere, they are fighting for about 3% of the market. When you offer like 50% off, 30% off, you only target the buy now customers. But like the biggest market isn't the buying now. It's the other 97%. So if you can educate them, if you can invite them on a free treatment, if they have the problem, you can extend to our larger market.
Mm. I will actually discuss something with you guys. We have a girl, a nurse on our company, and I feel she doesn't do her best on the work. She's always trying to like spending time on things that are not important for the company. Like I feel I need to push her to do like call the customers or the boring things. And so, and she's working like hur länge är det hon har jobbat hos oss?
En månad?
Yeah, and she's been
Wow.
in our company
No.
1 month now.
Say what?
1 month.
She's in our company in 1 month now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so I don't know how to how to like talk to her. How can I like tell her what we feel about her, or
Like
how
what
can I change
Yeah.
her mindset?
What comes to me is like she is not working for a why, or she's not aware about the why. So you need to push, if she would be aware about the why, every time she's not doing her mission, the women's has no chance to get treated with this problem.
Okay.
So like if she would genuinely would understand, or not necessary, maybe it's she needs to go away, maybe maybe she doesn't give a fuck about the why.
Mm.
Because what for me it sounds is, if the person sits in this kind of position and she needs to take care of the customers and search for new ones, that must come from the care that she is genuinely willing. Maybe you need someone who had the same problem and that problem been fixed, and now she is passionate about it to help to reach more women and bring them on board to treat the same to treat the problem.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like it's a healthy solution, and it's a, I don't know, long term and so on.
Mm.
I like it.
Yeah.
I also think that it's important to get curious whenever we are hiring people or partnering with people, what their why is, like what inspires them, and why they're doing the things they're doing, what are their goals and their aspirations, and seeing if that aligns, because if she's only there for a paycheck, it's going to be really hard to inspire her. If she's there for some sort of a growth or development, it'll be different. And then you'll be able to kind of see in her mind or anyone's mind. Tony says it's not the people that you fail to hire that ruin your business. It's the people that you fail to fire that ruin your business. And it's important to be able to kind of let go wherever you need to, and make those decisions, those difficult decisions. So it is about having a curiosity and seeing where she's at, having the ability of seeing what she needs, maybe if she's not inspired, and then encouraging, giving her the tools. And if she doesn't choose to step into those tools or absorb them, then you have to make a decision at the end of the day, what's best for the mission that you're on. Because if somebody is holding you back to achieving the mission that you're on, and they're not aligned with you, then it's better to kind of let them go on their mission and do their own thing, or discover themselves in whichever way they need to. And then as a result, you keep moving forward, because then you're wasting energy. And if you're wasting energy anywhere, you're I mean, our energy is everything, right? So
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
we're gonna talk to her first.
yeah, I think
And if she can't improve, or
Bring her on the call.
Yeah. And my
yeah.
follow-up question is like, how do you create a culture where you use the time you have each day?
What can you elaborate on the question? When you say use the time that you have each day, do you mean like,
Effectively. Yeah.
yeah,
Productive, effective.
so
Yeah,
really
so
that
Like being on the mission, is that what you're asking? How do you get one to be on the mission? Like, hello, fuck yeah, I'm gonna execute today and do it every day like
Exactly.
this.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because our problem is not that she's not there. It's like several times a day we see her and she doesn't do anything. Or she may be like making calls for half. She has maybe like 1 hour to make calls. She makes calls half an hour, then she walks out with the trash.
Yeah.
And not every trash bag, just 1 out of 3.
Yeah. So it's like,
so first of all, maybe appreciate and understand where she's coming from. Maybe she needs to clean up or something like that. And then when you can appreciate and understand where she's coming from, you could be grateful for the fact that she's able to do that in that moment at that time. And then get curious. Hey, I'm noticing that you're throwing out the trash, or, is there something that I can support you with in terms of your calls, or how's it been going? And then from that place, listen to see what her needs are. And if you still are absorbing excuses or seeing that people are not stepping into their truth, that's when you say, hey, but I'm noticing actually from my perspective and my map of the world that this is what's happening and this is how I've been feeling for the last couple weeks. Are you willing to, learn a different way, or can I support you in creating a solution here? And if not, then that's okay. I just need to know what your needs are so that we can really get to the next level, because I don't tolerate this, these kind of experiences. I really want us to, as a team, as an organization, I want us to move forward fast. And if we can't do that here and now, then it's no problem, by the way. You're welcome to leave, but this is what we stand for and this is how we move.
Yeah. And I really like that. How can we support you to make more calls and use your time more effectively?
Right, because everything is a mirror, right? So, and if we project anything based off of what she's not doing, we're creating a limitation that thinks that that's only about the problem, when we're creating an opportunity to say, hey, what can I do better, and take responsibility of the situation.
Yeah.
Then we actually, as a result, are willing to encourage and inspire somebody, because, hey, maybe she doesn't have the courage to ask for help. Maybe she doesn't have the courage to say, hey, I don't know how to do one thing. I'm not enjoying this. But then if you get curious enough about what she's feeling, you then lead the conversation and you discover the opportunities. You see, sometimes our culture as a society, we're so focused on the fucking problems, and we see, we choose to project those problems like it's somebody else's problem. Like the other day I had a challenge with one of my COOs, and all I said, and I said this directly to a couple different of the brothers, is like, hey, what can I do better? What do you think? Do you have any suggestions? Do you have anything this? Because it's not about him. It's actually about me. And, and that's the most profound thing, is when you take responsibility of what you see, you start to move forward with a fucking solution-oriented capacity, and there is nothing in this world that can stop you, because from that level, you are committing to grace, committing to the force of our Creator to support you.
Yeah. She told me actually that she has headache every day. So I think
Yeah.
it's a part of why she can be very effective. So maybe we have to focus how we can help her to be,
To get rid of the headache.
yeah.
One thing that it's comes to me to share with you, which I learned from Gary Vee, if you're aware about him.
Yeah.
Is it's like to switch. It's kind of an entrepreneurial secret. It's like not to hire people working for us, but we are working for them.
Mm.
So you are working for her to fulfill her day full with work, full with and pay the salary and all the yada yada things.
Yeah.
You work for her, literally.
Yeah.
So she could do the work, she could deliver. Either like maybe you're poorly communicating the requirements, maybe like you're showing the standards or examples, like you like the only way it's the culture leading is by example. Like that's, you cannot like otherwise influence the culture. You cannot demand the culture, you have to be the culture.
Yeah.
I would say I
By the
agree
way,
with what the guy said. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, Tennessee.
Hello.
I just wanted to
Hi.
emphasize, Tennessee, I just want to interrupt, I apologize. But I just wanted to emphasize the one thing that that Tony actually says all the time. Great leaders, they create the culture. That's what great leaders do. Tony says this all the time. Sorry, go ahead, Tennessee. My apologies.
It's all right. I wasn't sure if you could hear me. Sorry. I think it's so important. Sometimes, is she the first employee that you ever hired? Just to understand your perspective.
Sorry, say that
One
again.
more time.
Is she the first employee you ever hired?
Not the first. No.
Okay. So I think, like, you can see by experience what was your experience with others and what did you feel like you did effectively and the things that you could have learned, like, from dealing with people. And I feel like sometimes we want the employees to treat, like, remember, this is your baby, it's your business and you have your whole heart and soul in this, right? So for them to come into a job, so how can you inspire them to feel like this is their baby too?
Their
right?
baby.
And I feel like, this is because this is how the only way they're going to embrace and feel like they really believe in the culture, they really believe in the product, and I feel like they're making a change and bringing value to their clients. So, that's how they're going to be, when you're doing sales, like sales calls, business development, it's really tough. It's a really tough job, like, and very hard to keep motivation. So you need to believe in the purpose of it, so you can go through the all the rejections and all the no's and whatever, and the only way you can do this, so you show to her, like, okay, am I communicating effectively with her? Am I giving all the support and inspiring her on a daily basis that she will feel she's part of the film, she's part of the thing, and she's adding value, if she's having headaches every day, that means something else might be going on, right? So I feel like if you open up the communication and show to her that we know this is not easy and everything else, but we're here for you. We want you to feel like this is the right place for you, and you feel like you can succeed here, and you're happy, and most important, that you're happy coming in and working for us every day, right?
Yeah.
So what can we do to help you feel this way? If you're having headaches, have you gone to the, is anything you can do? Is everything okay at home? Even like, just make her feel like she's appreciated, she's seen, she's heard, and that she can, and that you're reachable, for her as well. And then she can, because if you show vulnerability to her in a way, like, she will be able to do that too and open up. So It's just always, I feel like it's really, really important, because sales is not an easy job if she has to make sales, and especially if that's not her background. If this is the calls that she has to make, and she's a nurse, so maybe this is out of her comfort zone. So, so you just need to find what it is. But I feel like the most important thing is that you're communicating your passion and transferring your passion to her, like, and you just see, like an embrace that way, so usually that really helps, because coming from a sales background myself, and I've been on those positions, the most important thing, sometimes a super, super hard job, but when you have a good leader that is there and he sees you and supports you and motivates you and listen to you, it makes all the difference. And you're like, okay, let me refresh my efforts here, and I'm just really going for it, right? And then maybe it's like, well, I mean, you try the calls. What is working on the calls? What do you feel is not working on the calls? Is it, maybe should we change the approach?
Yeah.
Like in the actual sales approach, that may be something that can help. If you need help, anything to do with sales, let me know. I can help, like maybe help you guys, but in the sense of like to see how she's pitching, how's whatever, if you can transfer that to English. But I feel like this is what I've seen. So, that is very important. And what worked for me, it was the big difference for me between believing and selling and wanting and keeping motivated and productive versus procrastinating and creating every story in the book not to be doing that job. So finding the bean, finding something else to do, whatever it is. So
Yeah.
that's just my perspective, So everything what the guy said, and what they're saying,
I think now I'm not focusing on what she doesn't do. Now I will focus on how I can be a better leader. I think it's about that.
Yeah.
The greatest thing that we can discover in any scenario, and by the way, yeah, beautiful. So the greatest thing that we can discover is not about the way that we influence others, is the way we influence ourselves. By influencing ourselves first, this is what will create momentum.
Yeah.
By the way, this is what I call the impact model. So feel free to write this down. When we discover the essence of influencing ourselves, we will then step into momentum. That momentum will help us define the P, which is our purpose, so that when we face adversity, we discover that we can actually focus on the creativity of solution-oriented components in our discovery. So as a result, we transform and transmute what's possible. This is what impact stands for.
Yeah, that's really good. I like it. And I think that's a great mind shift as well. If you shift the focus not towards what she's not doing, is like, how can I support her to do that also? Yeah, that's
right,
amazing.
because then aren't you more inspired? Don't you feel more empowered yourself? Because when you're empowered yourself and you found a solution versus focusing on the problem, guess what comes more to you?
Problem. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
There's more. Maybe you can call them problems. I would call them more opportunities. Right?
Opportunities. Yeah.
Because when there's when you go to business mastery, there's a value chain, and this value chain is so important. But fundamentally, whenever you reach a new problem, you create a new solution. And whenever that new solution comes to life, there's going to be another problem. But that is the area of life when we're consistently growing, constant and never-ending improvement is Kanai, is what Tony teaches, is we're constantly moving forward towards the best fundamentals. And if we're constantly achieving the next level of greatness, it's fucking infinite. It's infinite. The level is infinite.
Yeah.
Peter!
Peter is
fucking love you,
cracking.
Eric. It's fucking infinite. It's fucking infinite. That's right. Oh, here comes Tennessee now. Tennessee, I had to feel like I had to give you a daily dosage of Peter. You know, that's I just seen it pop
Yes.
up. I was like, daily dosage of Peter coming up.
Yes. Absolutely.
So good to
So,
see you,
how is
brother.
everybody? Thank you very much. I really enjoyed the last call, and I just thought, I seen this was about business mastery, and I did business mastery in March of this year.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
and I'm going in August of next year because I got a live ticket to go to as well. And I thought, you know what? I'll jump on and see what it's all about. Meet some new
Yeah.
people. And Jacob, I've never met Jacob before. I've met the other beautiful people in the group, but I've never met Jacob before. So, hey, Jacob.
We will meet each other at Business Mastery in
Well,
August.
in August, mega sweet. So there you go. This is what the beauty of Eric's calls are all about. And I can see that beautiful smile of Eric right now going, yep, there it is. There it is, bringing the community together, bringing it all together in one.
That's it, man. That's what it's all about. Gina, do you want to share, Jacob, a little bit about you? So I know we talked a little bit about your business, but I think it'd be nice for Peter to hear a little bit about you guys, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we are 1 minute. So yeah, we are working with woman care. So and hörde mig?
Yes.
Yeah. So Eric, you want me to tell about myself?
Yes. I love how you caught that. You caught yourself. It was amazing. I was just waiting to see. That's beautiful.
So my name is Gina. I'm 29 and we met at UPW.
Cool.
I'm trying to tell
I'm going to prompt you a bit, Gina. Gina, I'm going to prompt you a little bit. So, what do you like to do when you're not doing business? Let's hear a little bit about that. Let's hear about the real Gina.
Reading books.
Okay, cool.
I love to go to the gym. And I love animals. So dogs, cats.
Yes, and you love learning.
Learning, yeah.
Like one of her goals is to learn English, and it's her third language. Cool. So Gina moved to Sweden 12 years ago, 13 years ago, and you don't like really learn English. So she's trying right now, and one of her goals, this is amazing, this year was to have English speaking friends, and now we have at 5 p.m. every day a call with English speaking friends.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Gina, originally? If you don't mind me asking, please.
I'm Afghan.
Africa, did you say? Oh, Afghanistan, okay. And do you speak Swedish as well?
Yeah, I speak Swedish. Swedish is a very easy language, I think. So I speak Swedish.
Cool. Do you mind if I tell you that your English is way better than my Swedish? It's like way better. Like your English is so freaking good compared to my Swedish. It's like insane. And I don't know the language what you speak. Is it Arabic in from where you're originally from? What's the language that you speak in from where you're originally from?
Farsi, Dari.
Oh, Dari, right, okay. And guess what? your English is fucking way better than my diary. It's like way better than my diary. So let's not just say that you're trying. I'm sorry, Jacob. I'm going to correct you on a word in there. She's not trying. She's doing so amazing with English. So amazing with English that I had a great conversation with her, and I know now that she loves cats, dogs, animals. She loves reading books. She loves learning. She lives in well, I believe you live in Sweden, right? And you're 29-year-old, and I learned your name, so I can't say any of that in any other language but by my own. So
Thank you.
Peter, her
There you
English
go.
is more, you can understand her English better than you do the English of some people who live in certain parts of the UK and even Scotland. You know,
Thank you,
so
Tennessee. I've only
For
been
sure.
speaking for 5 minutes, and you're already saying that about my English, right? We only got come on, Tennessee. Wow. Wonderful. I thought we were buddies. I thought we were friends, and you were like just taking it so down to that level, Tennessee.
I love him.
no, let's be honest, you know, like but it was very interesting when I was working with the Scottish market, like a lot of times I couldn't understand half of, or more than half of what the guys were saying, but they were always laughing and smiling, so I was just laughing together, and that worked. I did the trick. Whatever they were laughing at, I was just laughing with them. So I'm teaching you a trick there now. You know, sometimes the English is not the main language. Sometimes. So
And what about
now
you,
you're brilliant.
Jacob?
So I'm a 26-year-old. This is the favorite part of the year because now she's 3 years older than me. Usually it's 2,
Okay.
now it's 3. It's just for like 4 months, but I'm having a blast anyway. So yeah, we run a business together, but I like to spend time with Gina. That's like my favorite hobby. And we do it all the time, so I'm very happy. And
Guys,
That's
you're not
beautiful.
making it easy for the single person here. Seriously.
It's beautiful. I just wanna
You're
say
mad.
I just want to say that that's actually the most beautiful thing that any man can say. And thank you for
Yeah.
saying that out loud, because it's super important that we express that even more.
Yeah.
With power and with might, no matter who's single, who's not, it's so important to express that and express it with power and greatness, because this is what gives so much power, like to us as men. Energy is to love expressively, to be able to share that, to be able to devote ourselves to that level of passion. And more men, I encourage more men to really share at the top of their lungs, like you just did, like that, how much value is in that.
I agree entirely. And also at 26 to learn that. What a blessing. At 26-year-old. It took me 37 years, nearly 38 years to learn that. So what a blessing at 26. You know?
Yeah, I told that to them like as well when we met them in UPW. It was just so beautiful. Like the whole thing is, they're just inspiring. Like as a couple, as a business, you know. But it was very interesting. I was making a joke, obviously, but I have to say, like, I realized that I create a limiting belief around men, especially German men. You know. So but since UPW, when I realized that I had a limiting belief around that, you know, then I met straight away, you know, Jean and Jacob, like about 10 minutes after I realized I had a limiting belief, and then they just like, let's just break here all the limiting beliefs around what's possible in relationship. So they keep doing that just day after day in the calls and everything else, just reminding me, you know, like no more limiting belief around it, you know, and just and for me it's actually a blessing to witness their love and that level of devotion to each other, and it's just beautiful. And you know, so I think it's incredible, you know, and yeah, I'm hopeful. I have hope again.
It's a step in the
So
right
thank you, guys.
direction, right?
And look,
And
I'm
it's funny.
39, so
Thank
this is amazing.
It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that, Tennessee, because I came onto the call and Eric was mentioning something about the next level of business and stuff like that, and understanding the limiting beliefs, and and I can't really remember the exact words you used, so I'm sorry if I butchered that, Eric. But it's the same reason why me and Eric, especially, I know this because we talked about it, keep going back to UPW, right? It's like the grounding of Tony Robbins, right? And what I love about going back to UPW, I'm just about to go back to New York and do another UPW in November. And I'm just about to go and do another Day with Destiny in December. And then I'll just do. And what I love is, and this is the same when you go to Business Mastery, Jacob, is the layers that you peel off. It becomes, I actually love to go back to see what layers I'm going to peel off. I'm so stoked to be going back to New Jersey because I don't even know what layers I'm going to peel off. I'm like, fucking yes, let's go. And it's the same concept in business. It's like, what the more we do of this in general, just talking, the more layers we peel off. Tennessee, I went just gonna let you into a little secret, lovely. Eric was at my wedding. We got married in Fiji, me and my wife. Never said I was gonna get married. I waited 37 years. I ruined so many relationships personally, right? And all I did was let go. I will tell the story one day, but today won't be the day. But the day you start believing that you just love you and you are the one that you love, don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about hating German men and British men and Scottish men or Americans. Just focus on you because you're a beautiful woman. You're a beautiful human being. You really are a beautiful lady. You have a beautiful soul. More to the point is if you just start believing that you are the one that is the soul to your destiny, the whole world and God and the universe will provide you with everything you need. And I can promise you that because that's what I did 3 years ago. And now I'm with the love of my life. Now I'm with this amazing lady. She is the best thing since sliced bread, exactly the same as Jacob and Sarah. And Gina, sorry, Jacob and Gina, exactly the same as that. And it's because I just let go. And I can guarantee you this one thing. Please correct me, Jacob, if I'm wrong. Jacob just let go of his fucking ego as a man and opened his heart. And that beautiful lady came in and she did the exact same thing. Because the ego, the masculine energy that we all have got inside of us, and I talk about this because I talked about it on last call. Once you let go of that, you just open your heart up. Like it lets people come in and it lets energies come in and it lets everything come into you. So coming from experience, kind of just let go.
No, I am pretty good with myself. I was saying to Eric the other day, I was like, Germany has really helped me, teach me on how to be really good by myself, like in a good way, right? In a really good way. But the other thing is, working on knowing myself enough and love myself enough to know my non-negotiables and know my boundaries and what the standards that I want to, what I'm willing to accept in my life or not, right? So bear in mind, I did have 2 marriages before. I'm 39, but I got married at 20. I'm stupid, and then after that, but I think it's all a journey, and it's okay. But for me, it's not that I'm like super attached to this. It's just because it so happened it was that I realized I had that limiting belief, right? And I just love how the universe is straight away just broke, like literally just like smashed it, So I'm like, great, okay, I'm free to move now because now I don't have that limiting belief. Do you know what I mean? And then because if I kept that limiting beliefs, then I would block myself in the flow because I'll be thinking I'm in the wrong place. If I stay in Germany, then I will be forever alone, right? So that was what came with the limiting belief, right? So now I know the universe is literally just guiding me, and really push me to a level of trust in it that I had never experienced before in every area of my life, like not just this, every area. And as part of this process, really like breaking limiting beliefs as well, you know, around myself, around everything, you know. And it was very interesting today. I was driving from Amsterdam this morning, where I met yesterday. I went to an event of Global Women Club. I don't know if you guys heard. And it was pretty amazing. I was pretty inspired to meet all these other women who are on the journey, building their successful business, and just felt like a good community as well to be there. And it just felt like it was the right moment, and the right place, right time, kind of thing. And I was really inspired about it, and really excited about my business, about everything. And on the way here, I was talking to my ex-husband because we have a good relationship, but he had a daughter, so I had to tell him when I was going to be arriving. And then he started asking me, how was it, you know, what did you learn or whatever, right? And I was like really excited, and I started telling him a little bit, and then he straight away he started pushing his limiting beliefs on me and trying to drag me down and trying to put down my excitement and my belief that I can do this, and you know, try to push his need of certainty into me, you know, like that's what he used to do. And straight away I said to him, thank you for this, but you can keep your limiting beliefs to yourself. They're not mine, and they're not dragging me down anymore like you used to. So I'm gonna stop you right there. And it was the first time I was able to do that for, you know, to him. So I was very proud of myself, actually. Really proud.
Beautiful.
So for me it was a big thing. So it was a big win on that actually alone. So it was really good.
Do you mind if I say something on that
Yeah.
statement, if you don't mind? Is it okay?
Yeah, of course.
He knows no different, by the way. So it's not his fault.
I know.
It's not his fault. So
I know.
what you should look at there, and I really admire you actually, is that from one UPW, you just think what you can do when you go to a business mastery and you go on and you keep doing these calls, and we all
I
connect
haven't
this
been to
beautiful
business
community.
mastery.
Say again?
I only been to UPW once, and then I crewed twice. I've never been to business mastery.
That's cool. But what I'm saying is what Eric is doing right now is he's bringing this collective group of people, and I keep doing this on these calls because it's just this big ball of energy that's getting bigger. I'm actually not going to have big enough hands to do it in the end. I'm going to be like, right? You know, it's from that, the awareness that you now have to understand that he's not doing it on purpose. You know, he's not doing it out of spite. He's not doing any of that. And that's the beautiful gift that we are given, to understand that, you know, when these people try to drag us down to their level, they're not doing it on purpose. They're really not. They're not doing it, and they're not doing it out of spite. They just don't know no different. And just to say, you know, thank you for your input. I really appreciate your opinion and your belief. Thank you very much. That's it. You know, so I think you've done an amazing job, and I know that probably Eric would have said something more elegantly than me about that statement, but you know.
I just want to emphasize. I just want to
Emphasize.
emphasize the beauty of the compassion that you're emphasizing, Peter, because people don't know what they don't know, and if we show up and are able to hold that space of compassion, like you're suggesting, it then starts to mirror into other areas of our life, right? Because the way that we do one thing is the way that we do everything. And then as a result, it starts to become a pattern that we can recognize in every situation. And from that compassion, we start to create new ones. We start to manifest new experiences. And yeah, man, I totally agree with your insight, bro. I feel very, I love the fact that I love that I can just listen and agree. It's amazing. It's amazing.
And I'm just gonna have to say, it goes back to, I think, like, I do have a good enough relationship with my ex, and everybody kind of is like, how is that, you know, you should hate each other. right? And I said, why? He's the father of my child and somebody I was with for 9 years. And and then they're like, yeah, but you know, he really dragged you down and he didn't take care of you and this and that. And I said, and then I was like, but first of all, he didn't do any of that on purpose. That's number one thing. He didn't know better. I always see that. I said, but number two is there, you know, I accepted it. There's part of me that accepted that. And I said, I have to see what I had to contribute on that too, you know, and I said, it takes two. It takes two for everything. And I said, I choose to, you know, the path of compassion and love and care, you know, because there is no need for anything else. And for me, it's like the number one thing for me is my child, and staying with him was the wrong thing. You know, like say people say you should stay together because the child said I left because of her, because I want her to have a good role model. But then
I'm just gonna, I need to stop you because you didn't leave because of her. You left because your own decision. Okay.
Well, yeah,
don't,
but what I'm saying
hold on
is
a second.
like,
hold on a second. Don't put that blame on your
no,
child.
Okay,
wait.
I'll
Let him
explain.
finish,
I'll
Doug.
explain.
Let him
Hold on,
finish.
you gotta
Let him
listen.
finish.
You have to,
No, let him finish. Just let him
listen.
finish. Let him finish.
You are putting the blame on a child with your language, right? You have to be aware of knowing that, and you cannot do that. Your child is not responsible for your decisions. Okay,
I know this.
You don't know that.
I
because
didn't
you're not
mean that
using the
way.
language.
I didn't mean that way.
No, but you're not listening. You're not
I'm
listening.
sorry, I used the wrong language.
Tennessee,
used
this
the
is
wrong
something
language.
that I encourage you to pay more attention to every single time that I am speaking, is to really listen and pay attention, because you don't know unless you're doing it. You don't know unless you're doing it. There is language, physiology, and focus that I'm paying attention to help you understand the fundamentals of really paying attention to the way your child deserves better from the way that you're choosing to use your language. And as a result, the experience in the way that you have compassion for your ex is going to change the behavior in which your nurturing support of your child is going to see your observation in the way that you communicate with him. And as a result, seeing that mirror back with what he does with you, you get to lead this experience for your child. And your child, our next generation as a whole, deserves the best from us, all of us. And as a result, we get to be those leaders. We need to let go of the fucking stories that because of somebody else, you chose that, you chose to do that, and as a result, it's your decision. Take responsibility and don't blame it anywhere. There's one finger pointing out and three back. When you say you know, you don't know because you're not doing it now. So I'm encouraging you to pay attention and listen, because as a result, you'll be more conscious of your language, your physiology, and the way that you choose to focus. I'm doing this out of love, but truth is needed here. Truth is a must. This is integrity at the most outstanding fucking level of standard. If we operate from that level, always, we create the most outstanding level of operation in our lighthouse planet called home. I love you guys. I'm sorry, I have to go. I have a meeting right now, but I need to
Thank
run.
you. And I used the wrong language, but I don't blame her, by the way. And that's one thing I would not do, because that's what my parents did to us, to me and my brother, my sister. So
I love you guys.
But I appreciate it.